Silver medalist Amir Khan tells Anthony Joshua he should really consider fighting in America for legacy. Stay tuned. Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Amir Khan did an interview with the Daily Mirror. Shout out to them, UK based website, and he was talking about Anthony Joshua and his opinion on Joshua heading to America, coming to America like Eddie Murphy. This is what Amir King Khan had to say. Quote, "Yeah, if you want to be global, you have to go to America. My dream was to fight in Las Vegas, Madison Square Garden, all those places where Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson fought. And whatever is shown in America is shown all around and all over the world. I started to become a bigger name by fighting in America. People in Pakistan started recognizing me. When I had my first fights in England, no one in Pakistan knew me. But I've got a big following there and in India because they saw me fighting in America. Fighting in America definitely makes you a global star," right? He goes on to say, "I remember making a lot of money with Frank Warren in the UK. I left him and went to America and initially made $1 million less under Golden Boy. But it wasn't about the money for me. It was about getting my name out in America. After making less money for the first couple of fights, I started making the most money in the light welterweight division apart from pay-per-view. I then became a big name in the US and started headlining shows and pay-per-views over there. I think Joshua could do the same if he forgets about the money and just goes to America and fights." Now, listen, I've been covering boxing for quite some time. New media is literally destroying old media. Like, the stuff a lot of you guys say, you hear it constantly being refuted. What I'm saying in new media, you know, Ego's army, it's not constantly being refuted. In fact, it's being supported, right? I've told you guys for the longest that it would make a lot of sense for Joshua, especially when he's getting big offers. They're celebrating you in the UK. That's fine. That's great. But you're obviously a hot commodity if they are trying to give you 50 million guaranteed. Win, lose, or draw, you can get knocked out and still get $50 million. That's big bucks guaranteed. Not to mention the back end and what a rematch would do and stuff like that. And now you have one of the UK's own, a silver medalist in Amir Khan, saying and telling Anthony Joshua, hey, you should travel to America. I did it, and that's where I really started to get a buzz and blow up, right? I told you guys with old media and all that, the walls were slowly closing in. You know, there was this notion that everything that I was saying was coming because I was from a different place, you know, because I'm from America. Oh, you Yanks, you just want to see this and that. And now you have Amir Khan. I mean, again, I'm not really interested. Some people are going to say, oh, that's because Joshua and his wife and stuff, all this stuff that has nothing to do with boxing. And that was later disputed. Joshua said he didn't do nothing with Amir Khan's wife, and that whole situation blew over. So to our knowledge, that didn't happen, you know, because Joshua came out clean and says, I have nothing to do with your wife. You know, it wasn't me. Right. But I know people are going to bring up that and bring up, oh, Amir Khan, she needs to shut his mouth because he struggled with Samuel Vargas or he got knocked out by Bradis Prescott. All things to distract you from what's really happening and what the man is saying. Listen, all that other stuff is cute, but new media, we want to focus on boxing. And right here with what Amir Khan is saying, it's been tried and tested by Amir Khan. And he's right. He did actually make more of a name for himself when he started fighting frequently in America. So you can't take that away from him. You could say that, you know, jokes and glass chin and shit like that, but Amir Khan has heart. He's a warrior, and he traveled to other people's backyard. Amir Khan was a champion. He traveled to Lamont Peterson's backyard of DC and lost controversially. You know, let's not forget the judge deducted 2 points and then he lost close. So had the referee, had the referee not deducted points, you know, a lot of people thought that was hometown cooking. Had the referee not docked him 2 points, then maybe he would have beat Lamont Peterson. So you can't dispute what he's saying here. He fought Danny Garcia in America too. Yes, he was knocked out, but at the same time, he's willing to travel. You know, so it's not like he's preaching to the choir and he's not practicing what he preaches. So once again, more example. You got another guy from the UK, along with Lennox Lewis and, you know, a slew of other people, not just from the UK, the Evander Holyfields, and the pressure is growing for Joshua to fight Wilder in general and to fight in America. So I don't know what the big deal is, why it hasn't been like a ready-made thing, like a exit strategy to get out of the UK and come. And the funny thing is, I've heard Joshua, it's hard telling because Joshua, he's inconsistent with interviews. One interview he say he's gonna walk through Povetkin and he's looking past him, and then later on he'll do an interview and it's more scaled back where he says, oh, Povetkin's a good fighter, I can't look past him, you know. But I did hear Anthony Joshua in a past interview, and he was basically saying, I'm not really worried about going to America. That's not my goal. But it's funny to me because you have all these fighters like Amir Khan, Carl Froch, and they've told people, like, my dream was to fight in Vegas and Madison Square Garden. In fact, Amir Khan and Carl Froch both said that. You know, my goal, my dream was to be able to fight in the bright lights in Las Vegas, you know? So it's kind of weird that Joshua, you know, I can't say why, but he seems like there's no real motivation to become a bigger star. But what Amir Khan is saying is absolutely true. Look at the biggest stars in boxing, like from foreign lands. Kovalev, if he stayed in Russia, he wouldn't have had 2 Andre Ward shots and, you know, been on HBO as many times as he was. You know, bigger names like Canelo Alvarez. If he just stayed in Mexico, then, you know, it wouldn't be the Mayweather shot, most likely. Or, you know, it probably would have took longer. 2 successful fights with Gennady Golovkin, right, lucrative-wise. Gennady Golovkin being from Kazakhstan. If he just stayed in Kazakhstan. So it's really weird that Triple G, Pacquiao, all these other guys come from foreign lands and make millions of dollars. Conor McGregor in the UFC, and Joshua seems so content staying at home, you know, in the UK and getting less money to do it. You know, I can't understand that, especially when you have other fighters from other regions who are willing to travel and then they do it and it's been working out for them. Like Conor McGregor, he's made a ton of money. Like, look at the Mayweather fight. You know, that's because he came and made noise in America, not because he made noise in Belfast or Northern Ireland or Crumlin. You know, it's because he made noise and that's not a disrespect to those places, but it's because he made noise in America, you know, and he got the buzz of networks and endorsers and things like that. Let me know what you guys think. Amir Khan tells Joshua he should come to America for legacy. Do you agree? If you disagree, I'd love to hear why, right? But the walls are closing in, like these Povetkin fights and Dillian White, all these domestic fights. I mean, just look at greats like Lennox Lewis. They've all traveled. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.